Organized by the Basque Centre for Climate Change, BC3, in collaboration with Conservation International, the University of Vermont, and Earth Economics, the International Spring University on Ecosystem Services Modeling is the third edition of an annual 2-week intensive course that aims to build a new generation of actors in research, policy, and management who can profitably use ecosystem services models to address and solve sustainability problems.
Ecosystem services are probably the challenges of the century because much of 20th century science has been addressing ecology as one thing or society as another as one thing. Ecosystem services is the science that attempts to put the two together. And this has been done from a scientific point of view just recently. In order to address this science properly, we need to develop a new language because the language of ecologists and the language of sociologists and also the language of economists is very different. So the whole purpose is to integrate all these different aspects and develop a common language so that the models are able to inform the sustainability debate in a language that all sides of the equation can understand.
We offer a 2-week intensive training that follows a problem-based learning paradigm focused specifically on human-environment interactions. This involves a large amount of spatial analysis, but also learning how to interact with the software, designing custom models, and building knowledge that can be shared throughout the globe by not only the participants to the school, but also to other agencies and organizations that deal with environmental problems and land use planning decisions.
So every year we get students from around the globe to come to the school with environmental and economic management problems from their home countries and their home locations. And we group them into topical areas so that they can work together on common problems and have methods to take back to their own countries. We have students that are attending the school that come from academia, from universities, from graduate students up to senior researchers. We have people from NGOs. We have folks who are coming from government agencies and they are addressing diverse problems. We look to get students from every continent and over the years from dozens of different countries so that we have diverse representation from around the world, from the developed and the developing world.
So I work in a Kailash sacred landscape which is in Nepal, India and China border, and for that landscape we don't have any data. And it's not even accessible because it's very mountainous region, and so there we have the only way to model some of the ecosystem services through the artificial intelligence, which is what ARIES actually provides. And that was what my expectation, as to see how our region can be accessed through the model that is being developed here.
I am interested in understanding environmental processes in human-modified ecosystems, so I'm actually looking at the Peruvian Amazon and the impact that society has been having in this pristine ecosystem.
One of the most innovative things that we do at the school has to do with the software, because in most situations modeling software is not very advanced, while for us it's a very important avenue of development. So the software we provide to the students, which is open source software, so we don't ask any money or resources for it, is a fairly novel way of modeling things on the network, so that models, data, etc. don't need to be on somebody's machine, but they can be found on the network and integrated. The purpose of this is to enable a completely uncoordinated extensibility of whatever people do, so people can contribute to new models and they will be automatically found and integrated.
I think one of the best strengths of ARIES is its capacity to handle the flows of ecosystem services, which is not usually available in most of the other tools that are available in market.
By being able to model ecosystem services from both a biophysical and socioeconomic standpoint, we're able to contribute to the policy and decision-making processes that will enable for us to manage ecosystem services in a much more sustainable manner.